Scott from electrometal.com. It's time for another What's Spinning, or in this case, 5 random record pulls. And we'll just pull some records from, let's stick to this stack right here mostly. And we'll see what we get out of it. And if it's something that's, you know, worthy of a spin, we'll give it a spin. And there we go. So the first one we're going to grab, from this first stack right here. And right on, 3 Inches of Blood, Long Live Heavy Metal. This is a Canadian band. Speed metal, traditional metal, they're part of that whole new wave of traditional metal, but they don't sound like, you know, the typical Judas Priest clone like a lot of these new wave of heavy metal bands do. This, I don't know, they have a unique sound, you know, modern but still heavy metal. I'm gonna actually go ahead and put a spin on there, but while I'm doing that, what's playing in the background is The Sacrificed. This is their 3rd album called, obviously, 3. Yeah, this vocals on this is really interesting because he's got high-pitched, almost that falsetto style, but not quite like you're hearing back here with the almost Queensryche style. This is very different, so we'll spin this one first. And the record here is pretty cool. It's a black vinyl, but it has these little flecks of gold in it. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's mostly black vinyl. And this album is a 45 RPM record, not a 33. Alright. So this is Heavy Metal Woman, the very first track on side 1 of 3 Inches of Blood. These guys are a modern band, fairly new, but this is like their, let's say like their 5th album, 4th or 5th album. They used to be a 2 vocal band. They only have 1 main vocalist now, and their guitar player does some of the heavier, shriekier vocals. And then the Cam Pipes, I believe, is the name of the vocalist, and he does all those high-pitched vocals you're going to hear in a second. Bass. See if I get a copyright ding on this song. Alright, while that's playing, we'll go ahead and pull the next record out of the rack and see what we get. Just gonna go to the very next rack and grab from the middle this time. Kinda want the vocals to come on so you can hear the vocals, but that's a good one. There you go. It's a very different, very unique vocal style. Turn it down a little bit. Alright, so what I pull next, new wave of British heavy metal band, Angel Witch. A classic. Really no reason to spin this one. This one's got a big cult following. You know, as with a lot of the new wave of British heavy metal stuff, there's kind of like a lot of occultic images on here. It's on the Bronze label, which was Motorhead and a bunch of bands. Girl School were on the Bronze label. I don't think there's anything inside of this one, but yeah, it's just a standard Bronze label. But yeah, this is I mean, there's no reason. I don't think any reason to spin this one. This is, everybody knows who. Anybody who's into heavy metal should know who Angel Witch is. They're one of the, you know, main bands from the whole new wave of British heavy metal movement in the early 80s. Angel Witch. Alright, next. I'm gonna go to the next rack and grab one. It's kind of weird saying when I grab things off a rack, huh? Yeah. Oh, this is a good one. Paul Di'Anno's Battle Zone. Of course, Paul Di'Anno. The vocalist Paul Di'Anno here in the middle was the original singer for Iron Maiden. And after he was canned from Iron Maiden or quit or whatever, you know, the story goes, and he formed Battlezone, and they released 2 albums, and it would have been 83, 84, 85 in that area that the 2 albums came out. And yeah, this is good stuff. It's, you know, I think it's some of the best stuff he released outside of Iron Maiden. They actually released 2 albums, and I have both of them. Here's the second album here, Paul Di'Anno's Battlezone. Children of Madness and Fighting Back. So yeah, this is worthy of a spin too. Most people know who Paul Di'Anno is, and of course everyone knows who Iron Maiden is, but not everybody's familiar with Battlezone. Definitely some solid. I mean, they really have that same new wave of British heavy metal sound. They weren't going for like the American, you know, pop metal market like Def Leppard was at the time. Or a lot of those new wave British heavy metal bands were kind of trying to get that American sound. This is on the it's on the Shrapnel label, I believe. I can't remember what label it's on.
Don't forget to change your speed.
Alright, side 1. A little dusty. Take some of the dust off of it. Ooh, really dusty. Should have cleaned it better. Oh well, not that bad.
You are now entering the
Battle Zone. But very typical 80s new wave of British heavy metal sounds. A really good band. It's too bad they didn't catch on because they were good stuff. Paul Di'Anno's voice has got that punky style. I really like his vocal style. Always have. Yeah. Very different from Maiden, obviously. Doesn't have that kind of galloping bass guitar sound, but still really good stuff. Alright. That's 3. Number 4. Next rack. I think I showed that before. Let me put down back in. Ah, here's a good one I haven't shown before. Cerebus, Too Late to Pray. This is a really good one. This is another one that deserves another spin. I'm pulling some really obscure good stuff out today. This is on the, what label was this on? I can't remember now. It was on an independent American label. I think it was on Ann Bolen's label. Yeah, The Renaissance, which was Ann Bolen's label. This one came with an insert. I get it out. Band photos. Lyrics. Yeah, it's yeah, like I said, on the Camouflage, New Renaissance label. I almost hate to pull off Battlezone because I'm kind of digging it. I haven't heard this in a long time. But Cerebus is definitely worthy of a spin. I believe it was the only album they ever released was this one, Too Late to Pray. I hate leaving records not in the sleeve, but for the sake of the video, we'll do it. It's got a little bit of dust too, but I'm going to let it go so as not to delay the video. I was actually in college when this came out, and my roommate at the time, his name was Fred, and he got a copy of this in the mail. He was a DJ. He did a radio show, metal radio show at the time. And he got a copy of this. We all ate it up. Great stuff. Production sucks, but a lot of production sucked in the early 80s. Kind of part of the charm, actually, is that raw production. Right. Cerebus. Almost speed metal in sound. Cool vocals, another very unique vocalist. while it's playing, we'll pull another one. What stuff should we go from this time? Let's go for this one again. We'll go from the other side of this one. Alright, well. This one's a little bit out of the heavy metal realm. This is Blood Rock. Turn it down just a little bit. Blood Rock, this is Blood Rock, obviously Blood Rock 2. I don't know if you're gonna relate this to heavy metal at all. This is definitely some proto metal stuff. But the song on here, DOA, one of the darkest songs ever written. Vanilla Road did a cover of that song. Did a great cover, as a matter of fact. Always thought this was just a creepy, heavy record, but not heavy like this, where the galloping heavy guitars, just dark. Kind of like Blue Cheer, or maybe even Black Sabbath, not quite that heavy. So anyhow, US bands, Blood Rock 2. And that's it, that's 5. That was quick. 5 random pulls. Cerebus, Battlezone, I think it was 5. Yeah, that was 5. So that's it for this edition of 5 random pulls. Hope you enjoyed it. Maybe check out some new music. And that's it. God bless. Stay strong.